Hello. Why the flip is it not? Okay, finally. We're live.
Are you mad at me?
Huh?
Hi. You didn't hear any of that yelling up there, you know.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, how you doing?
Anyways, hey guys. Wait, I thought I was hosting. Okay, never mind. Hi. I'm Dragonzilla, and I'm here with SharkZilla. Hey, what's up?
Yep.
What's up, Super G Studios? This is actually kind of a bad night here for me, but just thought. He asked me a question if maybe we can collab, and then maybe we ask each other some questions.
Yeah.
So yeah, first off, thank you so much for reacting to Ghost Godzilla, the retold story of Ghost Godzilla, and also I saw that you couldn't read the Japanese label of what I called it, but
Yeah.
this is what it's called. It's called Ghost Godzilla Reincarnation of Destruction. That's what it's.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, Ghost Godzilla Reincarnation of Destruction. That's what it's called.
That
And then
actually makes sense.
the English version is the retold story of Ghost Godzilla.
That makes sense. Also, do not look at this cursed Kiryu.
Oh, geez. The penis. Anyways, yeah. What's good, chat? How you doing? I just said hi. Yeah. How you doing, chat? So yeah, there's a few. All right. So I guess take turns asking questions, and I guess kind of So I'm gonna go first, asking
Okay.
questions about one question about your channel, and then you ask a question about me, and then we just keep going back and forth. All right. So a question that I have for you. Kiryu hit puberty hard. Oh yeah, that's true. So question for SharkZilla. Are you ever gonna start did you ever start your own franchise with Godzilla?
Hmm.
Like
Not at the moment.
like how many figures you have, like, oh hey, what's up, Linus? I don't think I've ever heard of you before. But yeah, like, have you ever, considered starting your own universe? Kinda like me and Elzilla. Oh, speaking of Elzilla, what's good, Elzilla?
Let's go to Godzilla. Anyway, with like my Godzilla vs. Destroyer series and a sequel that's going to be Godzilla Destroy All Monsters,
Yeah.
that could be a good start.
Oh, there's 14 people in here. Jeez.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's more packed than my last stream, which was actually no. I think my last stream I had like probably like 10 or 12, but yeah. Oh, now it's back down to 5. All right. You were saying?
But that would just seem kind of basic of me. Just to have like a full Godzilla series with just a Godzilla franchise. I'm kind of thinking of adding like a multi like franchise combined all together. Not like Super Smash Brothers, more like Transformers, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, Pokemon,
Oh, okay.
and Godzilla, and Five Nights at Freddy's all combined.
Okay, that's very interesting. But here's what you should do first. For each of your characters, I think you need to make separate movies, like having their origin before like collabing them all together, like
Yeah.
building origin, like building hype, like where did this character come from or where did this character come from? Kind of like that's kind of what I did because, what you saw from the retold story of Ghost Godzilla, you saw like where he came from because he, died in 54 and then came back as a spirit and terrorized all the ships.
Yes, I know. And there was so much suffering.
Yeah, you liked that, didn't you? Okay.
Yes.
Hello. Oh, what's good, Teletubbies and wait, Teletubby. What? Okay. Now ask me a question.
Will you ever see yourself doing other content other than Godzilla in the future?
Other than Godzilla,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to count Jurassic Zero, because that's currently what I'm doing,
Wait,
then yes.
you also made a Jurassic World series?
Jurassic Zero, it's what it's called, but it's not Jurassic World or Park. I just wanted to call it Jurassic Zero because it kind of takes place in between Godzilla Ground Zero, if you know what I mean.
Wait. Oh, so that will actually be pretty interesting.
Jurassic Zero. So Godzilla's in it in the 10 episode series, but he's not the focus. Like you're not gonna see like him being the main star. You know, he's kind of like just kind of in the back. But then in Ground Zero, you can actually see like those two scenes like connect together, and then you kind of build the idea of what's actually happening in the origin of Rexy and all of them.
That is actually going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I currently just have like a Jurassic World series going on, and I have now been working on it recently because of one thing and one thing only. Because I don't have enough Jurassic World figures I need for the series. Of course, I do have like this main villain Omega 9, and does kind of made it second main antagonist, the Stewardess Rex, and but missing some figures of like 2 heroes characters and 1 villain character.
Oh, okay. So what I want to do for Jurassic Zero is, yeah, obviously what they saw from the community post is make the Giga. I want to make the Giganotosaurus like the main like villain. Sure, he's like not the strongest villain, like not kaiju wise, but he's still like very threatening and menacing, even though he has one eye. But you know he's menacing. So basically, he lost a fight to 2 T Rexes. So then he creates kind of like a stampede, killing both of Rexy's parents.
Oh!
So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to do. You know, Obasi and Vitani is their name. Like Obasi is the dad, and then Vitani is like the female.
That reminds me too much of Lion King, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I got their names from. But yeah.
Also, may I ask? Oh wait, it's your turn to ask the question to me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, if you would have to make a Godzilla origin for yourself, besides me, which is basically just I kept 1954 the same for me, but if you would have to make a Godzilla origin, what would it be?
That's actually a pretty good question.
Like, where would he come from? Because
Okay.
I do feel like the concept of him being like a million years old or the first thing that ever existed on the planet, I do feel like that concept is a little overrated. No offense.
Yeah. Plus, him being the first thing to exist, like in the Monsterverse, to me kind of feels cap because there is Shimo
Well,
existing in the Monsterverse.
I mean, he did not just get atomic breath out of nowhere. Like, you know, he had to get it from somewhere. Well, maybe, yeah, because he ate one of the falling stars and then he got atomic breath. So
Yeah,
maybe
that's
he
true.
didn't even have dorsal plates back then. I don't
Huh?
really know, but, you know.
Which
He
is
he
under
existed before 54, which is actually kind of sad because he actually was created by nuclear weapons.
yeah. So Monsterverse Godzilla to me, I love Evolved Godzilla to be honest, but Monsterverse Goji overrated, or the story is overrated.
The Stordust Rex?
No, Godzilla.
Godzilla's overrated.
No, Godzilla to be
Yeah,
exact.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just glad I like made my own. Oh yeah, and also I'm not gonna show you anything, but I updated the design, like you know, for Ghost Godzilla. You know, not just a NECA 54. Like I actually updated, like I changed him a little bit, but you'll see when when Ghost Godzilla 2 comes out.
Okay, but back to your question though. My main focus on origin story because I might use for like a design Godzilla Ultima, Shin Godzilla, or Godzilla Earth.
What's up, Pumpkin Face?
I'll mostly use like either one of those 2 designs, and I might go for the old created by atomic bombs, but also if I ever include Shin Godzilla, a little more deeper and a lot more different.
Yeah. But okay, I know this is off topic, but the Giga like killing, the Giga only killing the para, I've only seen the Giga like kill like one thing. Like I haven't watched Chaos Theory yet, and he kind of like so far I've only seen him kill one thing and I don't really feel anything. Like, it doesn't feel menacing. Like I like what they were trying to do with the Giga, but it like they changed the roar and it just doesn't feel menacing or scary in the slightest. It just feels
Or
kind of
strong, very strong. The only very powerful feat he has is like fighting a Rexy in her prime.
yeah. He can beat Rexy in her prime.
Yeah, that who Rexy in her prime in my opinion so is Indom. So yeah,
Yeah, Indominus. Like if Indominus is stronger than the Giga, so what makes you think that just proves that Rexy's the weakest dinosaur? I bet Rexy couldn't even defeat the Spinosaurus if she wanted to. Probably
excuse
not.
me, what did you just say? Did you
The
just call?
Sp-
I said weak.
Rexy couldn't beat the Spinosaurus if she
Or,
wanted to.
wait, which dinosaur are you talking about?
Not the rebirth. I'm talking about the one from JP3. The one that probably died. I'm not sure if it died or not. No, it's still on Manticore Island. Manticore
Why you
Island, I
call
meant.
that one weak? What did it do to you?
Rexy, well, the thing is, there's this YouTuber called Spinosaurus the King, and he told me that Rexy is too old, considering that she's like 40 years old, 40 or 50. Yeah, she's old. She's like a grandma, and so most likely in Rebirth she probably died because we see like the Rexy skeleton, the T-Rex skeleton, but some people are speculating that that's Rexy. I just think Rexy is just. I'm sorry, to all of you that likes the T-Rex, but Rexy could not kill the Spinosaurus. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not,
it's
and don't get me wrong. I love Rexy. That's the first thing you see on Isla Nublar when Jurassic Park happens, but it's like, well, Big
I
Edie
freaking love
maybe
this thing.
could, since Big Edie and Little Edie are like younger, maybe they could defeat they could defeat the like together, not just one. They could defeat the Giga, but not Indominus, and they defeated the Spinosaurus. Like they could defeat those two, but not
Okay.
but they can't defeat the Indominus.
Anyway,
But they can defeat the Giga. All right. Wait. What were you doing again? Whose turn
talk
was it?
about the origin stories if I ever make my own Godzilla origin
Oh
story.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
Yeah.
here's the plan if I ever do origin story of Shin Godzilla. Okay. It will most likely take place like a few years after Godzilla vs. Destroyer series.
Yeah.
Or but fact says this thing's gender is unconfirmed for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm going to make her like something that no one else does and make a girl or something.
Oh. Oh, you're gonna make Godzilla a girl. Oh, yeah.
No,
Godzilla can be.
Destroyer!
Oh, Destroyer's a girl.
In that one series, yes. And I'm gonna do
What's
something unique
something
since
you
these
wrote?
two have similar beams and similar like skin colors, I guess. Mostly do like after the death, some micro oxygen mixes with some radiation in the ocean and mixes with a frilled shark,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll turn into this minus peg leg.
Oh. Okay. Well. All right. Now it's your turn to ask me a question.
Hmm. Hmm. If you were to do like a big old like stop motion movie with like multiple Godzilla characters all in the same place, would you do it like it was some Kaiju Smash Bros tournament or something?
Hmm. I could do that, but for a non-canon, because you see, I want to keep the canon like consistent, like consistent, like it stays on track with the story. Because, for example, if I were to make Ghost Godzilla like fight all the Godzillas, like it would just be kind of random. Like I want
Yeah.
to keep the story like consistent. However, though, I was thinking. What just happened? What happened? You hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay,
Something random
so
just happened.
like I was saying, I am planning on making a Ghost Godzilla versus Scar King, an evil Godzilla versus an evil Kong, kind of putting them against each other to see who would win. Well, I think we all know who'd win, but it's just like I I want to do that, like Kong is or Scar King is like all cocky, right? And then Ghost
Yeah.
Godzilla is just like he doesn't smile, he doesn't blink. Well, he does close his eyes, but he doesn't blink. And yeah, he doesn't smile. He only gets mad. And then when he's not mad, he's just a blank face. Just a straight up blank face. That's what I do. And so basically, yeah, he wants to rid the world of Japan because they tortured him before he died. So and then after that, he wants to be like the apex predator. Like there can only be one king, and that's him. He's the one king.
Okay, that is actually pretty cool. Also, I'm just watching this edit for
And
no
what's
reason.
funny is that I actually came up with the concept of like my version of Ghost Godzilla. I just call him, yeah, my version of Ghost Godzilla. Back then I called him DKOTM Ghost Godzilla or Dragons Ghost Godzilla, but I just call him Ghost Godzilla now. My idea actually came before Scar King even existed.
What?
Yeah,
Dang.
I came up with the concept before Scar King existed. Back in 2022, I released my first ever video of Ghost Godzilla. That's like what, 2 years before G GXK came out. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Yeah, that was like 2 years before it because it came out in like 2024. And I
I don't even know what the heck that was.
oh, it's Godzilla, the 2019. That's cool. But I'm just like, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. Hold up. Give me a moment. Let me just think. So yeah, basically my original concept back in 2022 was, it kind of started off like kind of like following what Toho wanted because Toho had a concept for Ghost Godzilla, being like this untouchable mass and just like, well, yeah, he can feel bullets, but he can't like he's basically a creature that just can't die.
That makes sense.
He can't die because, well, he's a ghost.
That makes sense a lot.
But but the way I depicted him in the remake, because I actually did a remake from the original 2022 video, and like I did a remake, and it actually did a lot better than my original one ever did. It beat the view count because the original was 380 views, but then my new one that I did, like my retold story, like of the first. That's why I call it the retold story because it's like a remake. That's why I called it the retold story. But the original one didn't really do so well, because back then my editing was awful. Like there was no passion, no story, no emotion. But what I did was like I added like actual fear with the humans, because that's what it's about. Because when you see Godzilla, you're not just gonna be like fire, fire. You're gonna be intimidated seeing that thing. You're gonna be a bit scared. You're not just gonna be like, oh yeah, shoot, shoot, shoot. Like no, I wanna. Well, that sounds really cool. And see ya, dude. Okay, okay. you know, he's the ultimate life form. And just like and then how I just how I made him like just actively torture the humans before like they die. Like how I just made him crush. You know, he could have just did like a fast crush, but no, he does it slowly just to make that one guy scream in pain, and then he just dies. You know?
That's awesome.
And then yeah, you see the fiery abyss, you know, kind of sets, and then yeah, that kind of sets the mood for the sequel, which is yes, a remake of my old sequel I did, but this time I'm actually planning on doing something very very different.
Spooky.
I'm not going to say what's different, but all I can say is that that 2 that you see is there for a reason.
What?
Ghost Godzilla 2, The Eternal Tyranny, but that 2 is there for a reason.
Okay. Hmm.
You'll figure it out once you see the film. But yeah,
Yeah.
that 2 is there for a reason. Just know.
Okay. Okay.
But you know, but yeah. And then yeah, you see like how it says like in the Ghost Godzilla videos 1-4, 2-4. I'm actually trying to make like the audience like kind of fear what's going to happen once it reaches 4.
As long as there are a lot of human suffering, I'm all in for it.
But yeah, you know, just
Like,
sorry. The dog's barking. But
okay.
anyways, like I was saying, yeah, you know, I just, you know, I'm just wondering if like my view count is gonna beat Ghost Godzilla, like the original Ghost Godzilla 4. Like, do you think like the remake of Ghost Godzilla 4 would like beat the original one?
I
Like, I
think
hope it
so.
does. I really hope it does with his new design and his snazzy new look. You know. All right. Well, now it's my turn to ask you a question. So,
Okay.
bro, if we actually got an actual horror Godzilla film using Godzilla's hero and slowly turn into ash, yeah, that's what you're gonna see in Ghost Godzilla 2. That is literally what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a lot of destruction, a lot of great Godzilla destruction. Just based off of the trailer once it comes out. In fact, maybe I won't even release a trailer. I'll just throw you right in unexpected, seeing like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? You know, maybe I just won't release a trailer, you know? Who
That
knows
would
what's
be
gonna happen?
definitely logical.
You know, maybe I just won't, you know, just like kind of let y'all figure it out, you know? But then again, that 2 is there for a reason. That 2 is there for a reason.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right. So, I have a question for you. Do you Okay, I lost my train of thought. What in, what made you come onto YouTube? Like what, you know, inspired you to make cool ideas on YouTube for all of your audience to see? Like, you know, what was your biggest inspiration to come on
Okay.
YouTube?
I have a lot of inspirations, but the main one will have to be like one FNAF plushie YouTuber.
Who?
Games World.
Oh god.
No, trust me, trust me. And this one's actually going to be cool because after watching his Final Phrase plush movie about a billion times, that's over exaggerated, but still, I'm planning on making my own Final Phrase plush movie,
Ooh.
and let's just say it's going to be about 1 hour long, and there's going to be horror in it. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to make plushies scary.
I have some advice for you with
Yeah.
that. Whenever you have plushies around and then you're trying to make like a FNAF plush video, what you need to do is you got to have a lot of dark around. You know, you need to like make the setup, you know, have it, make sure it's dark, you know, everything is just, you know, like you got to make it scary, you know, you got to make it really count. Because what matters is the stalking and the intensity and the horror. You got to make sure you have the right music to fit it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe add some like walking sound effects or laughs, just like stuff that makes like the night guard like overwhelmed.
Well, here's what the first movie is going to be called.
What?
FNAF Silver Eyes. It's going to explain the origin story of William Afton and stuff, but also going to like show up the kind of origins of Springtrap, but also show up. But there's also a main character named Rexy who's a Dominus Rex plush.
Yeah. Oh, so that's the night guard. Okay. I mean, I think like as of now for you, I think you need to like base it off of like one thing, because I feel like if you have all of that fit into one video, I don't think many people are really going to watch that. Because for example, I tried to fit like the city scene with Ghost Godzilla 1, but I ended up just having just him destroying the ships, and then kind of just saving the city for the sequel, kind of like the original. So
Okay.
maybe, for example, William's Origins could be a prequel, but the main series, would be the first movie, like Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and yeah, Golden Freddy. He's probably gonna like show up last, or probably like rare, like very rare, but make sure make sure that it's creepy. And also, speaking of FNAF, oh wait,
Yeah.
wait. Now it's your turn to ask me a question.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're doing what Transformers is, would you ever do any Transformer videos?
Um, well, not trying to be rude, but I'm not into Transformers. The only thing I really like is Starscream. He's personally my favorite, but that's kind of it.
That's respectful. That's respectful. Starscream is
No.
awesome.
And also, yeah, Megatron's pretty cool too. I did watch Transformers 1. Yes, that was a good film, especially the final battle. It's cool to see like the origin story of Megatron and
Optimus.
Optimus Prime, or AKA Orion Prax, or whatever, however you say his name. Yeah,
In fact, I have my Megatron figure right here, just standing there.
Megatron's like in the movie. He looked intimidating. Like I didn't really watch the full movie. I just kind of just watched like clips of it, and it's just crazy that they just kill Megatron off. I thought he would just like come back every time, but it's not like the shows. No, he just dies.
In the Bayverse, he does the. Look at the
Huh?
chat.
Megatron's the goat. Yep, that's facts. That is facts. And also, what's up, Diles, or whatever, however you say her name? Yeah. He definitely is the goat.
What's good, Dalazor?
Oh, it's Delazor. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was Delas or. Oh, I did say it right. Delazor. Okay, so it's Delazor. Got it. But yeah, he is the goat. He is definitely the goat. All right. So now it's my turn. So. Geez, I have a lot of questions on my list. All right. What are you gonna do once you reach 1K? Which is
Probably
probably
do.
gonna be like, reaching 1K is gonna probably take a while. Not no offense, but it's gonna take a while, because for me, I'm at 900 and like 70, I think 969. My bad. And it took me approximately 5 years to reach 1K. So it's gonna take a lot for you. But
Yeah.
you'll get there in like the next 3 or 4 years. You'll get there.
Yeah.
But
Knowing
yeah,
my subscriber
what would you
count,
do if you reach 1K?
possibly do some kind of movies or trailer thing. Probably of like some kind of trailer to a War for Cybertron movie, or do like some kind of movie for like a god, or like a what if of Godzilla Ultima hit a true form in the Godzilla Singular Point show. And or actually do a Godzilla in H E double hockey sticks versus Destroyer. video.
Okay. Alright, my turn.
Okay. Anyway, now this is a pretty good question. Will you do anything with the character of Destroya?
I don't
I
have
just
Destroya, so try another question. I don't have
okay.
Destroya.
Okay. I actually got a good one. Why did you use a 2019 Godzilla skeleton in Ghost Godzilla, the retold story of Ghost Godzilla?
Why did I? Oh, you're talking about the skeleton. No, that's. You do know 2019's dorsal plates are based off of 1954's, right?
Yeah, I know, but
They're the
yeah,
same thing.
I know, but the 2019's ones are more elongated, while 1954's are more shorter.
I mean, is it really that big of a difference? You know, they're kind of basically the same. You know, just
Yeah,
except one's
yeah,
elongated. You know, it's not that big of a difference. You know, they're.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
You have a good point. You have a good point.
if I had an actual skeleton for 1954, it would probably just be a still image and just lay it on the floor. But I don't have any of that, so I just used like ASD, I guess. Also, so now it's my turn. Do you like SML? Because I don't.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, don't look it up.
Okay.
Hold on, hold on.
Gosh, Bowser, what
I'll
the
be
heck do you want?
okay, you guys just chill out. You know, you just talk to him. I got to deal with something, so I'll be back.
Okay.
You know, you stall him for me.
Anyway, it took me 8 years to hit 1K. 2 years after that, I got to 58K. Anything's possible. Or that's actually pretty cool. That is actually very cool. Bowser, I do not care about your gambling problems or bills. Just go away. Jesus, hard one. Deal with that shell, dude. Welcome back. Just even at this point. Hmm. I'm just watching one of my most random edits because having mute because of copyright reasons. Just gotta wait a little bit for SharkZilla to come back. Anyways, is anyone still in the chat? Just checking. Just gotta wait for DragonZilla getting the mutos to come back. There's only one person in the chat. Okay, chat, just come wait a little bit because DragonZilla is just like not here right now. What am I saying right now? I'm just yapping away. Absolutely no reason at all. Stupid ass. Is anyone still in the chat? Dragonzilla gave mutos. Are you still there? Might end the stream if he doesn't come back soon. I don't know. I'm just okay. possibly going to end the stream soon because Dragonzilla's not right now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end the stream because one, my battery's almost at 15%, and two,
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
oh, you're back. Oh, I was waiting for you, Amy.
Oh well.
Anyway, what was your question going to be?
Okay. So, sorry about that. You know, I was just trying to resolve something, but
It's okay.
you know, I said I was going to be back in a couple minutes.
I know. Anyway, you were. Well, anyway, ask your questions.
Okay. So, oh, my bad. I didn't see you. My bad. So, hypothetically, what if? Hold up. Who do you think would win in a fight?
Ooh.
Destroya? Like, if Destroya was like big, or not big, but like his regular Heisei size, or Godzilla Earth?
I'm gonna be honest. Especially when it comes to on-screen feats. Destroya destroys. And in terms of the fight, I think Destroya will destroy mid-diff,
Godzilla
in my
Earth?
opinion. Yeah, because when I look at it, since base form Heisei Godzilla, in my opinion, destroys Godzilla Earth, and Destroyer destroys base form Heisei Godzilla, isn't that means Destroyer is more powerful or something?
No, that actually. It's actually Godzilla Earth because of his immense, just because of his immense size, but because he has a shield, and he also has like an EMP stomp as well, and yeah, cyber cut, and also a plasma, kind of like that little plasma thing, like in the air, and then like shoots multiple beams, and also yeah, he has gaster blasters, and yeah, he has a lot of ways he can use his atomic breath. My premiere is happening. Yeah, sure, I'll watch it.
I'll
Pumpkin.
do it after I end the stream, and like when it comes up to 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. So, got any questions for me?
Okay. Here are some really dumb questions. Will you ever go back to doing FNAF plushie videos?
No, but I
Oh.
actually do have something that I'm thinking about doing that I think that you'll be interested in, but it's
Ooh.
not Freddy.
Ooh.
So, you remember Louis Theran's old Five Nights at Godzilla's series that he did?
Yeah.
I was thinking of like doing like some sort of inspirational thing where I kind of remake that, but like in my own way. And yeah, I guess kind of like FNAF, but it's like Godzilla and like how they just move, you know, like scary and all that. That's what I'm thinking about doing for in the future.
Oh, that makes sense.
Five Nights at Godzilla is like a remake version. I'm not gonna remake the whole series, just the first episode because I love that episode growing up.
Okay, that makes
All right.
sense.
So yeah, okay, Void Ghidorah or Destroya?
Okay, now we're just asking straight up battle questions. I thought this could be like a Q&A. Void Ghidorah or the Flippy decided to ask me that for. I'm the biggest Destroyer fan ever, bruh.
Well, unfortunately, Void Ghidorah, not only the size, but he breaks laws of reality. So
Yes.
Destroya would have to kill Metfis to even land a hit on Ghidorah. Lamau.
For real though.
He would
Like,
have to
what did
kill
Destroyer
Metfis
do to
to
you
even
though? Why are
land
you
a
putting her
hit on
against such
Ghidorah.
overkill characters?
Because that's the only way Godzilla landed a hit on Ghidorah for, you know, that was kind of like the only way he landed a hit, I guess.
Yeah.
And the way he killed Ghidorah, like tearing off his jaw and all that, it was brutal.
For real though.
Okay, all right. No more battle questions. No more battle questions. All right.
Thank you.
So, do you ever think about doing like gaming and all that?
I'm gonna be honest. I used to do a lot of gaming videos back then,
Mm-hmm.
but yet ever since I started my popularity going up, and my popularity wasn't growing because of the gaming videos. Technically, it was growing because of all like my plushie videos, my battle analysis videos, and my recently new edits. And I never really felt happy with my gaming videos. The only gaming series I have actually done that actually felt like I actually felt happy with was my Springtrap Plays Five Nights at Freddy's 3 series.
Oh, okay.
Just
Cool. Well, actually, come to think of it, yeah, I think I'm gonna end this. Or I think you should end the stream right now because I'm about to. Yeah, I gotta go. There's a lot of situations, but hey, maybe we can collab again in the future.
yeah.
Have a good day, bro.
Have a good day. See you later.
See you, bro.